Hey guys, MaliciousCompliance here, and today I am back for number 25 of r/MaliciousCompliance. We're less than a week away. If you include this episode, we are a week away. But today I have found 5 stories that all have to do with fashion. So let's get stylish. Although these are people that say your fashion is not allowed, or stuff like that. Wearing combat boots during nursing school. Back when I was in nursing school, we were supposed to wear black, non-porous, closed-toed footwear with non-skid soles for clinical rotations that weren't Crocs. Most of my fellow students wore classic nursing clogs like Descos and Santos. I tried wearing clogs like this in the past and had rolled my ankles too many times to recall, so I decided to not go that route for shoes. I'm a military spouse, a vet myself, and have aforementioned shitty ankles, so my footwear choice was a pair of black leather tactical combat boots. As a show of support, and to make sure I always look sharp at clinical, my hubby always shined up and edge dressed my boots every evening before clinical the next morning. The boots always looked professional. They were comfy as hell. I could bump my toes into beds without breaking a toe, and I could wear them all day without having back pain, foot pain, or rolling an ankle. The same could not be said for my classmates wearing more traditional shoes like clogs. During the first week of my semester, I had an old school nurse as my clinical instructor. I say old school because she believed female nurses should be wearing crisp white uniforms with the stupid starched hats, and that our profession lost prestige when we transitioned to the scrubs. This instructor got such a bee in her bonnet about my boots and decided that my boots were out of regulation that she threatened to take it up to the director and have me tossed from clinical, thus failing the program. There was nothing in the handbook specifically stating that I couldn't wear my boots, since it just stated footwear which was black, well-maintained, non-skid, and non-porous. Check, 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 check. Furthermore, the pair of boots that I wore were meant to be worn by EMTs, so they were waterproof, bloodborne, pathogen-resistant, puncture-proof, oil-proof, non-skid, and had reinforced toes. They were just as expensive as Descos clogs and could handle lots more abuse. I knew I was in the clear, so I decided to keep on wearing them. The day after the instructor commented on the inappropriateness of my boots, she did a uniform shoe inspection to make sure we were properly attired. I, of course, was wearing my nicely polished combat boots. She failed me for the day based on my boots, so I politely objected, saying that my boots fell within the definitions of acceptable footwear in the handbook. She literally marched me to the director's office like I was a kid caught stealing cookies and demanded I get tossed for the boots, failed to follow program rules, and disrespect because I objected to her failing me. The program director, upon further close reading of the program recs, determined there was nothing wrong with the boots. They adhered to the standards set forth by the program, and that they were honestly safer than most of the shoes the other students were wearing because they were waterproof, puncture-proof, non-skid, and had reinforced toes. She rescinded my failed and allowed me back in clinical. After that, I never heard a peep about my boots from any of the facility the rest of my program. Fast forward to graduation. I had been wearing my combat boots since I started and had no intention of stopping, especially since many of the vets that I cared for during clinical always reacted positively to them. A nursing pinning ceremony, the event where we received nursing school pins and we are officially recognized as nurses, has an all-white dress code. White uniforms, white starch hats, white closed-toed footwear. The word footwear is key. The dress code did not state shoes specifically, and I knew this. Same bitchy old nurse sees me in the hall and makes it to a point to tell me I'll have to get some real white nursing shoes to wear to pinning, since I obviously can't wear my black combat boots because we needed to have white footwear. I politely nodded. I politely smiled, nodded, said that I have white footwear, and went on my merry way. And then wore all white Doc Marten combat boots my infantry man husband bought me as a graduation gift to pinning. The instructor stopped me after the ceremony and complimented me on actually getting nursing shoes, at which point I pulled up the leg of my white scrubs and showed her my boots. The look on her face was priceless. TLDR, nursing instructor tries to fail me for wearing combat boots. Nursing director says that it's okay. I wear black combat boots the whole program. Same instructor tells me to wear white nursing shoes for the pinning ceremony. I wear white combat boots instead. Oh, you can actually get the certain type of boots she has. ATAC 2.0 8-inch defenders by 5.11. Oh, that's cool. She's just a fashion trend. Unintentionally. Okay, next up we have, if the girls have to wear the school uniform, then the boys will too. Many years ago, I worked in a small coffee shop at a university campus. Work was great. We had fun and loved the owners. Unfortunately, after 2 years of working there, they retired. New owner came in, put up multiple cameras, like 8 in a 3 by 10 meter coffee shop, with all the cameras trained on the counter and staff areas, and used to proposition the girls. We were all university students, so 17 to 21 years old. It's real sleazy. that they would get extra shifts if they went home with him. If you argued back, then you got your work hours cut down to the bare minimum. Whoa, okay, that is real sleazy. Jeez. A couple of months in, he decides that we're going to change the uniform. And the uniform was just a loose black polo shirt with the cafe logo, black pants, and closed shoes. Standard coffee shop staff attire. He decided that the uniform will change, but only for the girls. Oh, this dude's just loving it. This one dude is just like, I want underage girls and I want them now. Now the girls will wear a midriff top with the cafe logo and low-rise pants. The boys will still get to wear the old uniform. We argued that it was unsafe. Hot coffee and plates of food next to bare skin. And got told, too bad, so sad. Staff got together and hashed out a plan. The first day of the uniform, the girls rolled up in the old uniform. The boys rolled up in the midriff tops and the low-rise pants. The new uniform policy lasted an hour. Boss was not impressed. No one lost their job because our coffee shop was right next to the law facility. One of the students had already had a conversation with her lecturer about what was going on. I'm pretty sure if we'd been fired for non-compliance with uniform, that the boss would have found himself in far more trouble. Nice. That is just perfect. But damn, that dude really just wanted to see some ass on 17-year-olds. There's an age limit for when you do that shit. And that's no age at all. Yeah, you want to burn your workers? God fucking damn it. My boss wanted me to dress for him. This was years ago, but it still makes me giggle. When I was 19, I got my first real office job. We weren't customer facing, so everyone dressed really casually. Jeans, tennis shoes, t-shirts. One day my boss called me in to talk to me about dress code. He said that he'd like his assistant to wear business attire like they do at the corporate office. I asked what that is, and he said, like, little dresses with jackets. I felt icky, but I didn't fully understand why for years. That night, my boyfriend, now my husband, took me to the store and I bought 5 outfits that exactly matched my boss's attire. Old man jeans, cotton button-up shirts and loafers, and that's what I wore until I left the company. He couldn't say a damn thing, and he never talked to me about dress code again. I now realize that it ruined his little fantasy, and it makes me proud of my young self. Oh my god, double sleaze balls! Come on! What is it? With people just being sleaze balls! Oh my gosh. Last sentence on this. And if I write a book, it'll be called Malicious Compliance by F.U. Patience. Should you ever see it on a bookshelf, know it's dedicated to you. Whoa, that is some good joke right there. F.U. Patience. At least, I hope there's no one that has that exact name of Patience, because they'll just be like, fuck me? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Where is it? Oh, I'm a man now? You won't have a problem with me jogging topless then, right? Come on, let's see some boobs. I am part of the problem now. This is an ex-post from r/legal advice. A bit of a, edited a bit for this sub. I was told you all may enjoy the story. I'm transgender. Oh, transgender, male to female. Huh. 23. And I was born and raised in Tennessee, and they're not so LGBT friendly. Neither are my neighbors. Tennessee refuses to let me change my gender. Sucks. Maybe one day I'll move somewhere else. I don't know if they'll let me change since I have a TN birth certificate, but that's a question for another time. Tennessee also has laws prohibiting women from going topless. Now, first off, I will not post pictures for science. Second off, I definitely have boobs. For all intentions and purposes, when I go out jogging, I pass as a woman. Someone recently added me to my neighbors, and they have replied with several nasty letters and other such, calling me a gay man and other bigoted garbage. So my revenge was to jog around the neighborhood, topless. Yes! I don't see the problem. They're calling me a man, the state is calling me a man, walking around topless is allowed for men. But see, I win, because now they've called the cops saying a woman is running around topless in their neighborhood. Oh god, cover the children's eyes, boobs are evil! Suddenly I'm a woman, nice logic you got there. And then I get a call from the cops, and they wanted to talk to me. As I was so well informed, due to Better Call Saul, and the top of the all-time page of r/legal advice, I told them I was busy, and I hung up. I got another call later and did not answer. This whole thing was actually kind of obnoxious. I prefer a sports bra to hold them in place. In the end, I talked to a lawyer who thought it was hysterical, and we talked to the cops who also thought it was hysterical, and we all agreed I wouldn't do it again. Apparently it technically is against the law somehow, although my lawyer said he was sure the charges would be dropped. I decided not to fight it because honestly, I didn't want to end up being held in a men's prison. A couple of my neighbors actually got my point, surprisingly, and I made a couple of friends. The rest of those grumpy bigots probably tell the kids I'm Satan. Smiley face. Yes. That's the sound I think of when I see a topless woman just running. Not that I've ever seen that. Not that I wouldn't mind seeing that. Oh, I'm part of the damn problem, aren't I? Okay, last story. Women can't wear pants in your courtroom. Alright then. Oh, how is this gonna go wrong? One of my law school professors was a public defender, an attorney who represented poor criminal defendants in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, before he came to my school. He told me a story about a particularly uptight, sexist male judge and a fiery female public defender who did exactly what he asked. Court begins. The attorney walks in seeing a conservative pantsuit that wouldn't be out of place in any courtroom in America. The judge, an old man, raises his voice, points his finger at the attorney and says, "Do not come back into my courtroom until you're properly dressed. Women do not wear pants in my courtroom. The attorney does not respond. Simply, she walks out of the courtroom. A few minutes later, she returns wearing her suit jacket, and that's it. You see, her jacket was cut long, so by itself, it fell a little bit above her knees. She simply walked into the restroom, took off her pants, and came back to court. The judge never enforced that women cannot wear pants requirement in this courtroom again. Okay, nice and short. That's just smart. Not even says anything. It's just like, doesn't even say anything. It's just like walking in. You don't wear pants. Takes off pants. Walks back in. I am in compliance. Oh my god. Oh, that's just. Oh. Oh, I'm done here. Oh, I'm done. Links in the description to my main channel, and also this channel. Also on the screen are links to the playlist and the last episode. Oh, I'm dying. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. A ding. A ding. I'm the Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out.